Good morning. Welcome to Herd Immunity. I'm Dr. Ruddy. Wisdom is your best defense. We have news today from Israel. Israel, the nation, the land where Moses struck the rock with his staff twice and brought forth living water for the people who were dying of thirst. So the Israelis, as you know, had a very sweet arrangement with Pfizer to have everyone in their country vaccinated. 90% of the citizens of Israel have been vaccinated. As you know, they have suffered a surge in Delta COVID cases, and the vaccine, which was marketed to be 95% effective, turns out not to be anywhere near as effective. One report, I believe, was 34% effective. So the Israelis, you have to love the Israelis, they have 6 opinions on any given subject per person. As a rule, they have nothing but questions, and answers to those questions are really just a threshold for more questions. So this is a great tradition for trying to understand what is going on, getting your mind wrapped around the facts, and approaching the truth as best we can. So the Israelis, seeing that the vaccine that they hoped would be the answer to the problem of the COVID pandemic, discovered that it was not, and they were not going to stop there. This was not a dosing problem, 2 times 0 is still 0, 3 times 0 is still 0. What are we going to do? Let's get off the 0 times tables for a moment and see what else we can do. And so the Israelis conducted a randomized, prospective, double-blind study, the gold standard, without which nothing can be said to be true in medicine, right? Yeah, they did that, and they found that there is, in fact, a medication which can adequately, definitively treat a SARS CoV-2 infection. Now, we've known that there are plenty of data that have been obtained by academicians, professors at academic universities. They have been prospective. They have been rigorously analyzed and published in peer-reviewed journals. And yet, the world was waiting for what would be the most definitive, prospective. You're going to start from day one, and you're going to move forward in a very controlled way. Randomized. It's going to be totally random who gets this and who does not get it, so there'll be no prescriber bias, so forth. Placebo-controlled. No one's going to know. It's double-blind. I'm not going to know. You're not going to know. No one's going to know who's going to get the drug, who's going to get the sugar pill, okay? It's just going to be enroll in the study, and let's see what happens. And then we will unblind it, and we will find out, number one, what happened, and is there any relationship between our intervention and a particular outcome, good or bad? Okay. The Israelis have done it. Thank you, Israel. Okay? I will leave a link to the paper. Another little news flash, this one nowhere near as encouraging. The governor of the state of New Jersey, Governor Murphy, signed some kind of an order yesterday mandating that all the healthcare workers in the state receive the COVID vaccine. I do not know the basis upon which he draws the authority to do that. I'm quite sure that there are attorneys busy sorting through that now. I am reminded of a story out of Chinese history where a man who had displeased the emperor was seized and thrown into prison, and he was sent a strip of white cloth. The message was, hang yourself. We're headed into, I think, some very uncharted territory. We are in an uncertain place, that's for sure. I think of the Battle of Gettysburg. I think there were over, I don't know, somebody tell me, 50,000 people who died over a period of 3 days. There were a lot of people. You know, we have a war memorial to the Vietnam experience in which there are over 50,000 men and women who died over a period of, I don't know, 10 years. Yeah, so in Gettysburg, as many died, or perhaps even more, over 3 days. What's interesting is that every year, just about every year, the Battle of Gettysburg is reenacted. I certainly hope that in another 100 years, nobody has the bright idea to reenact the COVID experience, okay? Let's have this one and done. Remember, the two best medicines are love and mercy. I think we're going to need that in very large quantities moving forward. Until I see you again, God bless.